The next Pokemon TCG set has just been officially announced, and we've been seeing products and stuff, our first reveal of products and stuff, but this is insane. So the next set we're getting is focused on trainers Pokemon. Essentially, we've seen this before with cards in the past where, you know, you might remember as a kid even having some. That's kind of the idea. And so this video is definitely going over the trainer Pokemon and the cards, but I also have to reiterate right off the bat, it's insane. So because it was just announced and revealed and stuff, right now it's going crazy. We kind of have stories where, like, people are already trying to scalp it and stuff. If you haven't been in the Pokemon TCG loop at all, I have to report to you that it's been insane. As in, bad. In this set, we have, as the booster pack art illustrates, 4 main trainers. We have N, we have Lillie, we have Iono, and unfortunately we have Hop. Hop is very prominent. But let's look at these trainer Pokemon. N's Darumaka evolves into N's Darmanitan. It has the first move, Backdraft. This attack does 30 damage for each basic energy card in your opponent's discard pile. Get some discarded energy and the attack powers up, but it has to be your opponent, of course. And then Darmanitan, and what a name there. It does 90 damage. You discard all energy from the Pokemon, and the attack also does 90 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon, which is pretty cool. Sometimes it is nice hitting the bench. That's certainly a thing. Then we have an interesting guy right here. It's the Sigilyph. N's Sigilyph here has the move Victory Symbol that says if you use this attack when you have only 1 prize card remaining, you win this game. Isn't that interesting? I am curious about it, and I want to see it in action. Seems like an interesting thing if you can get it all set up. That's kind of fun. I like those cheesy different, you know, game condition winning cons and stuff. But yeah, that's interesting. Then we have Enzorua, who looks adorable in this illustration. It looks so sleepy, so cuddly. Maybe he's gonna like get picked up by N and go cuddled. I don't know. But then he evolves into the big bad N's Zoroark EX, who has the ability Trade, which is a super great ability, and it's a familiar one we've seen before. You must discard a card from your hand in order to use this ability. Once during your turn, you may draw 2 cards. Drawing cards is a powerful thing, and it's awesome to see it as an ability here. Night Joker is the attack. It says choose one of your benched N's Pokemon's attacks and use it as this attack. Pretty cool. And then we have N's Reshiram. There's also an illustration art of it, and I really love it. This is probably my favorite out of the set thus far, but there's some really good ones we're going to be looking at. Powerful Rage is the attack. It does 20 damage for each damage counter on the Pokemon. N's Purloin is 70 HP cat. Really like this art. It has the attack Pilfer, which is 20 damage. Your opponent reveals their hand. You put a card you find there on the bottom of their deck. I like it. Get to see the hand, get to put it at the bottom. I like the kitty. I wonder if Lipart's coming. I would assume, but we'll see. And then we have an item for N. It is N's PP Up. And memes aside, it says attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to one of your benched N's Pokemon. This could be handy. It's always nice getting some attachment, extra ones. Attaching even from your discard to a benched Pokemon is really nice. And then we can move on to another fan favorite. It's Lillie, with Lillie's item. It's a tool card, actually. I tricked you. Lillie's Pearl. If the Lillie's Pokemon this card is attached to is knocked out by damage from an opponent's Pokemon's attack, your opponent takes 1 fewer prize card. I adore this. I really like, you know, things that limit prize card interaction or taking things like that. Like, just some disruption there in terms of taking 1 fewer prize. And that's why I really enjoy Legacy Energy when I can use it and stuff. And it is an energy card, an A-Spec energy that you can attach to your Pokemon. And then once that Pokemon's knocked out, it can mean taking 1 fewer prize for it. So the Lillie's Pearl tool looks really fun, and I'm excited to see how that goes. Now, Lillie's Clefairy, PP EX. It has the ability Fairy Zone. The weakness of each of your opponent's dragon Pokemon in play is now Psychic. That's really interesting, and it's really cool because dragon Pokemon right now just don't have a weakness. They are, this is our way to get it. And I like that. And then it has the attack Full Moon Rondo. This attack does 20 more damage for each bench Pokemon, which is counting both yours and your opponent's. So that's pretty awesome. Then we have Lillie's Comfey. Its first attack says search your deck for any number of basic Lillie's Pokemon and put them onto your bench, and then shuffle your deck. Its other attack, Fade Out, can do 30 damage, and then you get to put this Pokemon and all attached cards into your hand. Could be helpful. I like the idea of Fade Out, or the name, and then you just kind of fade it off the board and into your hand. Fun stuff. Welcome to the Iono Zone now. We are looking at Levincia first. This is a stadium card. It says, once during each player's turn, that player may put 2 basic lightning energy cards from their discard pile into their hand. Let's look at some Iono Pokemon, starting with her Tadbulb. It's a cute guy, 60 HP, very nice, but then it evolves into Bellabolt, of course. It has a special illustration rare, and I love this thing. It looks great. I know it's going to be super popular, along with some other Iono art cards that we're going to see. But yeah, it's super art, and we are going to be looking at Bellabolt with the ability Electric Streamer. As often as you like during your turn, you may attach a basic lightning energy card from your hand to one of your Iono's Pokemon. Super great. Once again, it's awesome attaching energy for free, kind of through an ability, not just attachment from turn. That's always exciting to do. We're going to be having, hopefully, a good amount of energy to go around, and attaching, and, you know, the deck, I'm seeing it. It's synergizing all nicely. You can also do Thunderous Bolt as the main attack. It's got 230 damage, and then during the next turn, can attack. Yeah. Then we have Iono's Watchroll, who is a cute little guy, 60 HP. There is a cute art promo of it, and then it evolves into Iono's Kilowattrel, who has the ability Flash Draw. You may discard a basic lightning energy from this Pokemon in order to use this ability. Once during your turn, you may draw cards until you have 6 cards in hand. That's really awesome. It's great being able to replenish your hand, especially as the game goes on longer, and you'll have lightning energy, hopefully, thanks to a lot of the other cards and stuff and items in the deck. There's also an illustration art of Iono's Kilowattrel that is really cool as well. Like I said, I can imagine these Iono art cards are going to be kind of sought after for sure. Iono is popular, and I certainly like them as well. Iono also has Voltorb. So Iono's Voltorb here is a 70 HP Pokemon who has the attack Chain Bolt, 20 plus damage. This attack does 20 more damage for each lightning energy attached to your Iono's Pokemon. Really cool. We're going to be hopefully attaching a lot and hopefully being able to hit some big numbers with this guy. I'm very excited about it, and I really like the artwork as well. You'll probably want to keep sticking to Iono's Voltorb only, really, because the Electrode isn't quite as stellar, but it does have the attack Heart Pounding Bomb, and it does 100 damage to itself. Quick check, we have 100 HP, I'm sure you understand. And then you flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is knocked out. Yeah, maybe won't see as much play and experience with it, maybe just the Voltorb, but I really like it. All of Iono's Pokemon I really like, and I'm quite excited to see really all of these trainers in their own decks in action. And then we have Hop. Hop has actually taken his deck archetype or thing that's going on from a previous one, but this is now given new Pokemon, and it is under the guise of Hop. It is Hop's time now. And check out that illustration on the Zacian EX. So here is Hop's Zacian EX. It has the attack Close Cleave, 30 damage. The attack also does 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Once again, really cool to hit the bench, really can be helpful, and it's cool as a first attack, simple stuff. And then the second attack has a pretty big energy cost of a metal colorless, but don't worry, we will get around that a little bit when we read more about these cards. Brave Slash is going to be doing 240 damage. Once again, once we read more of these cards, the attack damage might be going up. With Hop's Snorlax, it has the ability Big Belly. The attacks of your Hop's Pokemon do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. It doesn't stack though, so you can't have a bunch of Snorlax doing this, but that is still a good damage buff. Then we have Hop's Wooloo, which is very cute, 70 HP little guy, smash, kick, attack, cute. It evolves into Hop's Double. It has the ability Challenge Horn. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may switch in one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. Isn't that fun? A little switcheroo. I kind of like that. It's definitely kind of fun. But they get more interesting here. Hop's Cramorant here is 110 HP, and it has the move Fickle Spit for 120 damage. But if your opponent doesn't have exactly 3 or 4 prize cards remaining, this attack does nothing. It's nice to see 120 damage, it only takes a colorless, and once we get to Hop's Choice Band, it's gonna be looking even better. Hop's Choice Band is a tool card, and it says when the Hop's Pokemon this card's attached to uses an attack, that attack costs 1 colorless energy less and does 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Really crazy. You can do this to get an energy off of the Fickle Spit, and then you can also use this to get a colorless energy knocked off the Zacian EX. And once again, it's 30 more damage. Hop is being able to just stack on the damage. Postwick, which is a stadium that says the attacks of Hop's Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's, do 30 more damage to the opponent's active Pokemon. So Hop is out of control here. His Pokemon are slamming with the 30 more damage back to back. Really, all he has to do is breathe, and he's gonna get 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon before applying weakness and resistance. Incredible. Of course, he also has Hop's Rookidee, and then Hop's Corvisquire, and then Corviknight. Hop's Corviknight, a Metal-type Pokemon, 170 HP. It has the move Shoot Through, which does 50 damage. This attack also does 50 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Cool. We like to see some damage on the bench sometimes. And then for Metal colorless, it does Steel Wing for 150 damage. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 60 less damage from attacks. So this bird is kind of getting bulkier after it uses that, and 150 isn't too crazy. But yeah, Hop getting his Corviknight in here is pretty fun too, thematically speaking. Then we have Hop's Bag. So yeah, Hop and his deck is really showing itself to be a strong contender for a deck. It's looking pretty good, and that's unfortunate for people who don't love Hop like me and others, but I have to say, he's getting a lot of good stuff. So Hop's Bag is an item card that lets you search your deck for up to 2 basic Hop's Pokemon and put them onto your bench. Then shuffle your deck. That's stellar, because being able to have an item card and then be able to find the Pokemon that you need through an item card is pretty helpful. Even if it's just a basic, you're gonna be probably using it to just grab, the Snorlax, which lets you increase your damage output by 30, and then you can also use it to quickly find, say, a Cramorant in case you are in position to take advantage of that Pokemon and its attack and stuff, and having the ability to just go find them with an item card like this is great. So yeah, Hop, it's really looking good for Hop. Then we have End's Castle. Yeah, the guy's castle. It says each End's Pokemon in play, both yours and your opponent's, has no retreat cost. That's pretty cool. I like it when things have no retreat cost, but yeah, Hop's Castle. Alright, cool. All of these things are looking stellar. Journey Together is really shaping up to be a cool set. People seem to be pretty excited about it, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on it too. So don't hesitate to let me know, and thank you for watching. If you like the illustration, that's awesome. I hope to maybe make more like prints and things available and just more art, but yeah, I appreciate it all. If you want to also help support the channel through Patreon, that is available, but yeah, I appreciate you for watching. Let me know your thoughts, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye!